Hi guys, welcome back. Today we'll be continuing our rating climb on leeches. Last time we did from 1500 to I think 1700. So today we'll just continue that. Let's see how far we can get. Let's go ahead and start the game. Now this might take a little while, even though there are a lot of people playing leeches. Most of them go for like bullet. Okay. Now, yeah, like I said, we stopped at 1700. D4, knight f6. This is the most common move you'll face. Bishop f4. He's playing the London system. This is actually not bad opening for white. Mm, we'll go e6. Now, white will think we're gonna play d5, but no, we'll be playing d6. This opening may look like the reverse Nimzovich Larsen, which we played the last video during the rating climb. But no, this is called the Queen's Indian Defense. So now white played Bishop d3. Interesting. What can we play? I think c5 will be good. Let's go c5. And now mostly, okay, since they played c3, we can put our bishop on e7 because mostly in this opening back here, if white plays knight c3, our plan is to put the bishop on b4. But now that the pawn is on c3, the knight cannot go there. So we can put our bishop on e7, and now we just castle, and then we just play d6, knight b, d7, and continue normally. Now it could be, I mean, from these positions, you can play a reversed Nimzovich Larsen. If you want to, just get a tempo down. Basically, white gets the first move, and you're playing black. So, like, it's basically like you're playing the Nimzovich Larsen as white, just black gets the first move. So, white can have two ideas here. One idea is to long castle, like go up pawn storm. Another idea is to short castle, and the reason of queen c2 is just to play e4. So here let's go d5 and take over the center. Now take over the center, take our share of the center. Yeah, here e5 is a little vulnerable, but knight b d7 takes care of that. We just trade off the knight. And now, guess what? We can play c4 and we just have a connected 4 here, like 4 pawns connected. It's called a pawn chain, and these pawn chains are very strong. Okay, f3, that means your knight cannot go back there. So we can take. We can take. If take, you have a double pawn. But the thing is, when I move the knight, you just take that. So I cannot take. What if I play bishop d6? Then I cannot take with the knight. I have to take it with the bishop. And I don't really like that. Let's go c4, because now I think I have a good idea. If you move the bishop, I can take your knight. If you take with the bishop, okay, fine, all is well. I just play bishop b6. But if you take it with the pawn, I have knight d7, like knight on f6 to d7, then c5, and then our idea is to go to d3, which is an outpost. And now we go knight to d7. And another thing we can do is play f6. And if ef6, bishop f6, and continue with this plan, so that our bishop is a fianchetto bishop. Fianchetto bishop is a bishop which is on one of the two longest diagonals. As you can see, this bishop on b7 is a fianchetto bishop. Okay, we can give a check. Then he can block, and then we can just pick up the extra pawn. Sure, let's go for it. Because it's defended by the queen, and if you play bishop g3, this is pinned. The pawn on e5 hangs, and no, we're not hanging the bishop. So now, yes, give me that pawn. And some of you might be wondering, why didn't you just do bishop g3, hg3, then take? The answer is you just get mated because you open up the rook. Basically, don't trade until it's necessary or until you like calculate very deeply and find it winning. If you find out like after calculation that that move leads to draw, if there's any other move that also leads to draw, well, I would usually take the other one because this exchange activates the opponent's piece and we do not want that. So, and if bishop takes h4, we activate our own piece. Our queen comes in with a check and you lose castling, of course. Now, if white castle, then I might consider taking because like if I can somehow like open up like these pawns and like get to the king, I can attack and maybe even checkmate. f4, interesting, because right now I can play d4 and this is a really interesting position, really exciting position, because guess what, we have d4, our bishop attacks the rook, and we have another threat. We're threatening d3 fork, queen and bishop. And now it's okay if we lose our knight because we're getting a rook in exchange. And yeah, you can also say we can just push and like, but if push, he can save the queen, and then if we take the rook, you save your bishop. Yeah, both are alright. Now if d4 and you decide, hey, I want to save my rook, I just push and get your bishop. Now some of you might be wondering, what if bishop f3? Guess what? The knight is also there to take. And if knight takes, bishop takes. We still got an extra piece. So let's go ahead with d4. And I'm gonna try to make sure I do not take on g3, although it might be necessary if, for example, you're like threatening a trade of queens or something. So here, I mean, d3 is alright, but I would not go for it, would I? Probably not. Let's see. I take. So I get a rook for a knight. Okay, with an exchange up. You take, you solidify, you have a great position. Okay, now what happens if I push? Okay, our queen's attacked, so you have to address that first. Now, if you save the queen and I take, I mean, yeah, you save your bishop, but now our pawn is on the third rank and you don't get to capture it. So I'd like to go for this variation. And even if bishop d3, we have c d3 attacking the queen. So when you save it, I take your rook. And you can't exactly go bishop f3 because your queen hangs. So we'll see what he decides to do. You can go to c1 or b1, or like an a4, or you can resign. That's another option. So let's go ahead and analyze the game. We've reached 1800 so far, which I would say is a really nice rating for this beginning. Okay, it was equal for most of the game, but gradually I got the advantage. Here I had -2, but it went back towards draw a little, but because of a blunder, it just went back to me winning. So let's just analyze the game. All of this was really nice. Yeah, mostly everyone just plays knight c6 or in the Nimzo which lasts on knight c3. Me, I don't like this because you block your own bishop. And Fianchetto bishops are meant to be open. Yeah, I agree. D5 also blocks it. But hey, I'm taking the center. Relax. I can trade this off later if I need to. Somehow. Like e5 push or something. So he took. Yeah, you see that? You occupy a weakness when you see it. This is a slightly weak square. So he occupied it on a trade. F3 not really the best. So C4, I would actually say just go ahead and castle, bro. This is what happens when you don't castle, because in the entire game, white never castled. And guess what? I even got this tempo with a check. The computer says it's an inaccuracy. Inaccuracy doesn't mean it's the wrong move. It is a good move. Just there's a better move. Here it's b5. So the whole game was good. Just here you were supposed to long castle, put your king to safety, and you should always castle. Remember this. Castle as early as possible. So here, white decided to play f4, which is a really big blunder because of this d4 tactic. So you need to be very strong in tactics. It's very important for games. And this was just -5. This is just completely winning for me. But overall, it was a really nice game. My opponent played really well. If he had castled, maybe he could have just continued this attack and maybe he could have won. So that's it for today, guys. If you like this video, make sure to like and subscribe. See you in the next one.